Hello everyone, it's me, Coco here, and today we're gonna finish making our cat beanies. If you remember last time, in my other video, I taught you how to begin your cat beanie, and we got to 9 rows. We got to 9 rows, and now we're gonna get to 9 more, and I'm gonna show you how to sew it up. And then at the end, I'm gonna show you the difference between a 5mm hook beanie to a 4mm hook beanie. And there you go. And then next week, hopefully, if I have enough space, I will show you how to make the gloves that go with your beanie. You can make them any color you want. They can match the beanie you're making today, or they could not. It's up to you. I'd rather have them match. And today I'm wearing my Halloween beanie. You got the cat, and then if you pull this down, oh, again, like I showed you last time, it's the pumpkin. And then I have the gloves. And here we are, because it is the Halloween season now. It's October. And everything like that. So let's begin. Alright, so you have your beanie. There's 9 rows. Now, what I'm going to show you before I pause it and do the rest of the rows, I'm going to show you what you do after you run out of the color. Or when you stop having the color. The reason why I'm showing you this is because for my Thanksgiving beanie, I was just going to do the fall colors, but then I was like, the orange looks good with the fall colors, right? So it looks really good for my Thanksgiving gun. But then I realized I'm running out of orange. You see, this is really small. I don't know if you can see that, but it's tiny now compared to this one. It's a little bigger than it. If I compare the two, yeah, this one's a lot bigger than that one. So I'm like, you know what? I need to have enough yarn to be able to, do the gloves next week. So I'm just going to do one more row of orange, just so that these colors down here are even. And because there's 9, so it's uneven. So there's 1, 2, 5 with the fall colors and 4 of the orange. So if I do one more orange, then it'll be 5 along with this one. So that'll be 10. Sorry. And then it'll be more even, which is good. So yeah, so I'll do one more orange, and then I'll show you what you do when you're done with a color. This is just for me, because I wanted to, because I don't think I'm going to have enough orange for the gloves if I don't do this right now. So you don't have to do this, I'm just doing this, and then it will show you how, then I will show you how to cut off your yarn when you're done using that color. And if you're using multiple colors, this will help as well with that. But anyways, let me just get my hook in here and everything situated. That's the wrong direction. When you're doing this with 2 colors and you're leaving the yarn, you need to make sure, you have to make sure that the yarn tail, the little yarn are not tangled. If they're tangled, you've got to fix that. Alright, I think this is a better angle to show you. We'll see. So yeah, I reconnected it. You do 2 loops like that, and then get your crochet hook, put it in to the very bottom one. If you've gotten to this point where there's 9, then you should have put it in already. You don't have to, it's just, yeah, it's up to you. And then move your yarn so this is out of the way, and make sure it's the tail is inside this, so that it doesn't go somewhere else. Alright. I have to push it back into there. And if you can't tell, because we're doing 2 colors at once, and it's hard to tell where this was put into before, you can always check by noticing the tail comes out of a hole, and if your thing goes into that same hole, then you did it. Good job. Alright, we're going to continue doing this so we get all the way around, and then I will show you what it's like, what you do after you cut it off. And then I'll start the next round so you can know what you do with the tail after you cut it off. So this is when you get to the top. Because at the top, when you do this, when you start with this base color, it's usually going to be the second color that goes on top. So you would probably cut this one at the very top instead of this one. But since I'm doing it here, you know, then it's not gonna be like that. And as I was saying, like, since you even rounds, you get a color down here that's different from the color up here. So that's why you gotta watch out. Sorry, my voice is a little groggy. But yeah, I realized last time that you couldn't really see much, but I didn't want to restart the whole thing, so I decided to upload it and then today do a little bit better when showing you. And I think you can see a lot better from this angle. So. But I needed to set up my phone for this because I don't have a camera, and one day I want to get one that will, you know, work better, and one that will show better images. But yes, but while you're going along, make sure you don't miss any loops. If you do, you might have to go back. And I'm working on my winter beanie downstairs, and with that one it's hard to see what the next loop is, but I try my best because it's like really soft fabric. Not fabric, it's yarn, really soft yarn, and it's hard to see sometimes because, you know, it's one of those silky kind of yarns that, like, when you rub your hand around like a really soft blanket, it gets this like tint or something. That's what's happening with the yarn. So it's hard to tell that it's not like this where it's not like this where it has like the V's are clearly laid out. No, it's not like that. It's like they are there, you just can't really see them very well. So you just have to guess that you're doing it in the right spot. I'm almost done with that one. I've been taking time to do my homework since I have so much homework from college. So I've been taking time doing that. I have my college algebra class. I have to work on my review for chapter 3, and I'm doing my test on Monday. And then I have to do my labs and maybe even study for my biology test, which is on Thursday. My literature class doesn't have tests or quizzes, thank goodness, because I'm like, I can't do that. Well, they kind of do have like reading quizzes, but I don't do those. So, and I also forgot to tell you the other day is you can tell when you're half point, because I always like to look to see how much farther I have to go, so I can, you know, so I know how long I have to do this for. It's not like it's like taking forever, it's just, you know, it does take a long time though. I would recommend though that you get a 5mm hook that doesn't have this rubber thing on it, because this thing gets dirty really easily. I would get the ones that don't have that. I know it might be uncomfortable at first, but, and I know the reason why they have coverings on this one, because, you know, the middle might be hard to maneuver, but it might be better than, you know, getting dirty all the time. So yeah, you can tell when you're at the half point. When you look down, well, not yet, I'm not there yet, but when I look down, it should be like right across from me. And almost there. Like if you folded in half, it would be right there. And then after I do this row and I show you how you know, cut it, I know you can do that by yourself, but it's a tutorial. This is what you do. And then I will show you how to weave, how to, like, you know, how to get through a tail to stay in your beanie, and then, which will be the next row, and then I will pause it and do the rest on my own, and then come back when it's all finished, but not yet. So yes, I'm at the half point now. You can see that down below, like, there's a whole row of orange, and it's like halfway there. There's the row of orange, there's that row, and then it's pretty even. And so we continue. Just wanted to tell you guys that. But yeah, so with my 4mm crochet hook, I'm going to show you the difference between that beanie and this one. I made a Minecraft beanie because, well, I had some extra yarn from my kit, as I told you, and I didn't know at first what to do with it, but then I figured out that I could make a beanie, though I ran out of that one because I was using a 4mm one. I don't think it would run out that fast if I was using one 5mm one. That was the other issue with the 4mm one, is because it uses so much yarn. Like, I don't know why, but it gathers more yarn than a 5mm one does. So when you're like crocheting with it, it grabs more yarn, and you're wasting more yarn. And so I had to buy extra online. I had to buy two because it was using it too fast. And I had some extra after I got the second one, so I was like, let's just make the gloves. And then I ran out, obviously, so I had to use a different color because I didn't want to get another one just to make the gloves. It was like ridiculous. But I think you should just use the 4mm one for your like little critters and stuff. If you guys want me to actually like teach you how to make your own creeper, I can. Because I figured out how to make it without having everything. Like, I figured out the middle piece that they give you in your kit, and that's pretty much all you need to memorize, unless you don't have all the steps written down, but I do. And I remember the different rounds. The round 1 is the starting piece you get. Round 2 is the increase stitch. And then round 3 is the single crochet increase stitch. And I wrote them all down on a piece of paper. And I have enough stuffing for one more. And if you guys want me to teach you how to actually make him better than I did last time, and actually like show you basically how you do it, then I can. You just comment down below. And I might make it out of that soft yarn, so let's hope it's not that bad like this one. It's either going to be light blue or a mixture of white, black, and gray. Because I have one that's like, because I got a set of this like really soft yarn in a kit, in this like little, not a kit, it wasn't a kit, but I got it in this little package from Temu. If you're gonna get Temu, it's like a website / app thing that you can get, and there's lots of free, there's free stuff if you like spinners and stuff, but there's lots of cheap stuff there. That it's not saying like the quality is cheap, I'm just saying like the price is cheap because I don't know why. They have lots of sales, everything like that. Anyway, so we are almost there. We have all these left, if you can see that, all those left. And hopefully you can get them all done, and then I will show you what you do. And if you watched my last video, then you know that you have what you need and everything. And it would be better to watch my last video, because if you skip it and just go to this one, then you're not going to know what you need, you're not going to know how to do a double crochet, and you're not going to know where to put your stitch marker or what a stitch marker is. Okay, I have 2 left. And all that stuff. So, grab the yarn, through the loop, grab the yarn again. Now you have 3 little loops on your yarn, pull through 2, 2 left, and then pull through 2, and you have 1. That's just a little preview. Alright, now we are here, like we were before. We count up, 1, 2, and then we go to the third one, and we connect it through the slip stitch. Then you have that. Now remove your stitch marker, and what we're going to do is, we're going to get your scissors, and then you're going to take the little tail here, and you're not going to cut that much, you're just going to cut at least as long, like maybe 6 inches, maybe less, it's depending on you, but you have to have it at least long enough so you can tuck it in later. And then when you're done with the rest of your yarn, hold on, I would try and like wind it up so that you don't, so it doesn't trip and stuff. But yes, the Halloween season is here, finally. Of course, in the stores, everyone thinks it's Christmas and Thanksgiving, and I'm like, no, it's not. Yes, I'm one of those people who don't like when you go to a store and see that it's Christmas already. I'm one of those people who wants the holidays to be in the month rather than. And I understand that, stores have to do that, but it's just ridiculous. Anyways, so yes, now we are here. And make sure if you have yarn, make sure you tuck the tail in somewhere so it doesn't escape, and unwind your yarn. I'm going to put that aside because I'm done with that. So now what we're going to do is all we have is this color left, and that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of the beanie. I didn't want to scare you guys when I got back. So yes, so now you're going to reconnect your yarn like we did, and then we're going to, do the 2 chains, and put your stick marker in like we did before, but what's different now, it's kind of like when you first put in the colors. What you're going to do is you're going to round it up like you did before, go through, and then make sure, hold on, let me do that again. And make sure the yarn that you cut is on top of your hook so you can grab it and it gets tucked in there. Like when you first put these colors in, you had these tails that were painting out and you had to tuck them in. That's what we're doing with this one. I know in the other video that I have in my update video, I put down in the description of my update video, the videos where I learned how to crochet. What I did for her video, she just tells you to leave it, like after you cut it, you just leave it, and then you tie them together at the end. I think this is more fun and easier, and you don't have to worry about them getting untied. I did the tying thing, but then I realized I don't want to do that anymore. I want to just, I just want to continue doing this without tying them at the end. And you don't know if you can tie them tight enough, or if the tying is too small, if the knot is too small and stuff. It's crazy. But anyway, so after you get to the end, if this is too small to get, to tie it, to wrap it in, then you just leave it. And then you just continue this until you get to 18. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, and this will be 11. And then, yeah. We'll do it one more time. I'm going to redo that one I did because I think I could have tucked it in better. We'll see. But after you tuck it in, then you continue. That's better. There we go. And let's see if I can do it one more time. Yes. And then this little thing is all that's left. And I can't do much with it after that, so we're just going to go on without doing that. Now I'm going to pause the video until I get to 18, and then I'll come back. Alright, I'm back. I have finished my hat. Well, the base of it. See, I have, I will count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There we go. 18. Now, for this next part, I'll turn it around. Ooh, okay. Is you're going to chain 1 like that, and then you are going to lay it flat down, and you're going to stretch out your hook all the way until it reaches, oh my gosh, until it reaches, sorry, until it reaches the end of your beanie like that, so that you have enough. And then you'll take your scissors and you'll cut the end a little bit to the left like that, so that there's a little tail. And you pull that through, and then you make sure that the hole that you made is tightened. And now I'm going to switch the other side so that I can well, we'll try doing it this way, but first, before we do anything, this is the front, this is the right way, so now we have to turn it inside out, so we can so we can sew it shut. Make sure you fold it in half, preferably along the line where your crochet, your stitch marker was, so that, like, if you have this because you alternated colors and you kept them together, then that's the side you need to be folded on. Now you're going to put your needle, take your needle, and you're going to thread it through your yarn. Make sure it's big enough, and then you will go, and then you will see that there are little V's here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the front and of each, like the back / front of each one, like that, if you can see that, like that. And we're going to just do that through the whole thing until we get it all the way through. And you can do many of them, like a bunch of times, like this. I do at least 3, and then you just suck it in. Look at that. Basically, you're just going back and forth, sewing it up, and at the end I will show you what you do. But yes, it's the back and it's the back of each V. It's this one and that. You can't really see. I'll turn it around. Alright. Okay. So it's, you see the V right there. Yeah. It's this one. You're not going through all of it, you're just going through one and then going through the other on the other side. And then pulling it through. That's basically all what we're doing until we get to the end. So yeah, that's all we're going to be doing. Make sure your needle stays together. So yeah, all we're doing right now is we're just going in and out. So we get to the end, and then when we get to the end, I will show you what we do. It's the ones across from each other. We don't have to look for them, they should be right there. But if they're not, then you probably messed up. Or you might have to move it so they are across from each other. Readjust it. That's what I have to do sometimes. But yeah, the sewing part's pretty easy. I think all of it's really easy, but it depends on if crocheting is for you. If it's not. And if you're just watching this to see how I make it, then sure, that's fine too. You don't have to make it. I just wanted to, whoever wanted to make it can make it, or just watch the video and all that. Halloween is my favorite holiday. October's a good month, but December is my favorite one. Because you get winter, and it's just, and Christmas, of course. But that's only if you're a Christian. And stuff. Or if you just want to celebrate because, it's a good holiday to celebrate. I guess. Just kidding. Anyway. Just hope my battery doesn't want it. I don't think it will, but you never know. So yeah, you just want to make sure that you get them all. You don't miss one. And then at the end, I'll show you what you need to do. Almost there. Almost there. And these two are going to be tricky because they're close to each other, but yeah, we got it. Alright. After you're done sewing it all together, what you'll do is you'll take your yarn and you can see that you can thread it through these little things. I would do at least 8. You go through 4 and then you go through 4 more. And then you have to go back through them. Make sure not to pull too tight. But yeah, so you go through that, and then you skip the first one you did, like that. And then you just go through all of them again. Make sure it's like in there, you know. Perfect. And then it should look like that. There's like double and everything like that. And then you're going to tie it. You're going to tie it at least twice. Make sure it's like close to the thing like that. Tie it again. We're going to switch over. Alright. So what you do, oh my gosh, right there, right. So do like this. Put your needle in. Oh my. And then you hold that spot, and hopefully it'll, you know, seal together. Like that. Like that. There you go. And then you take your scissors and you cut close enough to there so it looks like a little fuzz on top. And you put the excess yarn away. We're not done yet. That's the sewing part for that. Now you have a little bit of yarn sticking out like here and here. I don't know if there's anything else. I don't think there is because we started with this one, so yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you cut all the way to the base of your thing, and boom. It should be fine. Shouldn't come out, but you never know. And then you find the other one. That one's harder because it's not to the base. And then right there. And then put that to the axis. Now with this tail, we're going to take our needle again, and then we're going to sew it. Only 4, if you can manage, depending on how big your tail is. You can do 4. Just gonna put it in these little markings. You can do 4, perfect. And then on the way back, you can only do 2. You never know. Don't pull it too tight because, you know, it's very fragile. But if you can't do 2, if you can't do 4, then I would just do 2 of these. And if you don't have a long enough tail to go back, then I wouldn't. I'd just go in, and then I would tie a little knot. If you can down here. So it's secure. At least twice for the knots, just so that you don't want it to get undone. I don't think it would because it's a tail and it's technically already in a knot, so it's just a precaution. And then you cut it, and it should look like that. You know, fuzz right there. You see that? Yeah. And now you turn it. Oh my gosh, sorry. Like that, and I was like, oh no. And then you turn it inside out. You turn it back in to the right thing. Poke out the ears so that they are pointy. And then you can decide on how much you want for the brim. I do 4, and that's because I think that's a good number. But make sure whatever number you do for the rows for your brim goes all the way around, just so that things don't happen. And then I'm gonna say this is my front. This is the front of my beanie because of that stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna model it for you guys so that you can see what it looks like. And put it on. Alright. There we go. Looks so cute. And it's a lot different from my Thanksgiving, my fall beanie, so that's pretty cool. So yes, next Friday we're hopefully going to be doing the gloves to go along with our beanie. But if you don't want the gloves to match, that's fine. It's whatever you want, really. But anyway, I'm Coco2008 or Coco here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope my phone doesn't die. I'm gonna plug it in while it's uploading. It's fine. Anyways, thank you for everything. I hope you all have a good day. I will talk to you guys next week. And I hope this video was better than the other one. And I hope your beanie turns out good. Anyways, I'll see you later. Bye.